Why are you still here? Just to suffer? Watching my videos? Losing subscribers? Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Isekai man, and today I will give you a review of episode 1 for Arifureta. I have been anticipated for this show for a long time, and I really like the manga, especially the art drawn in it. So credit to Hajime, Ryo and Roga for creating the amazing artwork, and also I read the light novel just to fill up my curiosity. So I'm really hyped for this show, and I want to make a review video out of it and give a bit of explanation about certain things that happens in the anime. So let's get on into the video. The story begins with a 17-year-old, your average everyday otaku weeb, just like me and some of you guys. Yeah, we are fucking weeb. Our protagonist super weeb name is Hajime Nagumo. He lives a simple life of pulling all-nighters, reading mangas, watching animes, movies, and playing video games. And most importantly, he faps the 2D girls! Just kidding, I made that up because that guy reminds of myself. Sad. His life suddenly turned upside down when he, along with the rest of his classmates, was summoned to a fantasy world. There, they are treated like heroes and they were tasked with the duty of saving the human race from utter extinction. But what should have been any otaku's wet dream, and my dream quickly turns into Hajime's nightmare. While the rest of his class are blessed with godlike powers, Hajime's job was called Synergist, which eventually only has a single transmutation skill. Being ridiculed and bullied by his classmates for being weak, he soon finds himself in despair. Oh Hajime, Isekai man, why are we still here? Just to suffer every night. I can feel my dick and my arm, even my balls! So, will he be able to survive in this dangerous world full of monsters and demons with only a glorified blacksmith level of strength? We will soon find it out more in the next few episodes, so be sure to subscribe to my channel as I will make more really review for the series. Back to the topic. Hajime Nagumo has been called incompetent and later betrayed by one of his classmates, where the unknown person purposely shoots a fireball towards him and that made him fall into the abyss, and this is where his journey to become the strongest begins. I'm actually thankful for the bad guy, because we can see how he grew in the labyrinth and I want to know more. And to the bad guy, I know you made a good mistake and you just booked yourself a ticket to hell, man. And I want to see how Hajime deals with the culprit behind the fireball, and I guess he knows it, right? And from our own perspective as viewers, we can only guess that there is only one person that despises him. You're in big trouble, my friend. Also, this guy is the reason that Hajime and the other classmates facing the danger of Behemoth. It happens because he touched the crystal-like trap. The reason why he wanted to get the crystal was just to impress Kaori. He had a crush on the girl since she said it looked pretty. So from my own perspective, both of them are responsible for this incident. Actually no. Everyone there was responsible for not stopping that dumb kid, except the knight. Good job bro, you tried your best, but your mistake was not chopping his head. Always aim for the head, you dumb man. Appearance wise, Hajime at the beginning of the story was seen to have a black hair and a slim body. Woo! He also has a kind face and good attitude, but after falling into the abyss and eating the wolf-like monster, his body began dying. When he drank the holy water from the holy crystal, it made his body heal, destroying the bones and muscles, then healing over and over again until he got a very buff body called overcompensation. Damn, this sounds like I'm gay, man. No, I'm not gay, man. I'm Isekai man. Remember that. Due to the stress of breaking and healing, his hair gradually turned white, a condition I would call Kaneki-ken. No, I mean Marie Antoinette syndrome. Marie Antoinette syndrome is an bleached condition of hair suddenly turning white. The name comes from folklore about the hair of Queen Marie Antoinette of France turning stark white after her capture following the ill-fated flight to Varennes during the French Revolution. So to become the world's strongest, you have to pay a price. In this series, Hajime lost his black hair, and in One Punch Man series, Satama lost his hair. So to achieve my dream of getting Isekai, do I have to lose my life? Oh god, I still have many things to watch and to read. Back to the topic, his eyes also turn red, which is the sign of him becoming a demonic monster, similar to the monsters he ate, which allow a free use of magic without chance. Next, we're gonna talk about his personality wise. He was originally a weak and average person with a timid and tolerant personality, but with an extremely kind and gentle heart. He had a special type of bravery and strength of heart that would allow him to sacrifice his own dignity and well-being. This strength of heart is evidenced by his ability to keep calm when his class faced perilous dangers by the Behemoth of attack, while Koki had momentarily stood paralyzed by fear until she snapped out of it by Hajime. After the betrayal of a classmate and falling into the abyss, he began his descent to madness. The fear of dying and the pain of losing his left arm. Oh shit, that's bad, man. So he has to use his right arm to fap, coupled with days of starvation, push him over the edge. His iron forged will to survive had made him become extremely ruthless and capable of killing any person who wants to cause him misfortune or get in his way. Later on, he may be merciless, but he deeply cares for his comrades, which is the last and only fragment of his lost kindness. As the series progresses, Hajime eventually does prove himself willing to help the helpless, particularly if his companions coax him into it. Though he continues to demonstrate a cold demeanor about the whole thing, his methods, however, are usually pragmatic, frequently to the point of brutality. Now let us talk about the powers and abilities that he gained so far in the episode 1. First of all, let's talk about the physical abilities. First one is the mystical mutation. In Orcus Labyrinth, Hajime devoured numerous powerful demonic beasts and he managed to survive the lethal process due to the help of the holy water and his iron forged will. As a result, Hajime's constitution was mutated by the magic of the demonic beast, granting him a tremendously high stat, even breaking past the level 100 limits of his status. Next, I can say that Hajime gained tremendous superhuman physical power that is completely monstrous. Even without resorting to weapons, he can overpower the strongest humans and beastmen with only pure physical might. Next, Hajime's speed and reflexes has also been augmented to be extremely formidable, supplemented with his speed-oriented skills, making it impossible for most enemies to detect his movements in battle, especially when he can combine his quick step skill, which will make him more formidable. Next, I would say that Hajime has proved himself to be a genius inventor. While his intellectual ability in academic studies is average, he proved himself to be an extremely clever in engineering. He has immense scientific knowledge which was self-taught from manga, anime movies, and video games, which is why we can see he made a gun or revolver that he called Dana. He uses electricity skill to boost up the speed on the bullet. Okay, now let's proceed to the skills that he gained so far. So far we know a few of his skills. Hajime's first ever ability as a synergist was called transmutation. It allows him to control a mineral or transform it. He has trained and mastered this skill to utmost perfection due to constantly using it in his earliest attempts in the Orcus dungeon to create firearms and artillery, which are extremely difficult to create. Compared to armors and melee weapons such as swords and spears, he eventually succeeded after numerous trial and errors, granting him unrivaled precision and dexterity in crafting weapons. Next ability he able to learn is Mineral Appraisal. This ability allows him to learn the mineral name, its hardest level, which is shown in a numerical value from 1 to 10, while 10 can be known as hardest, and its magical property. This ability can determine the value of product only if a mineral is used to construct that product. Next, he able to learn mana manipulation. Having his body mutated by the demonic beast magic, Hajime gained the ability to manipulate magic without the help of magic circles and magic stone, which is similar to demonic beasts. Next ability is called Iron Stomach. This ability obtained by Hajime after his body was mutated, which enabled him to eat any monster. If Hajime eats a demon which is equal or higher than him, he can take in the opponent's inherent magic or skill for himself. The fifth magic he learned is Lightning Field. This magic obtained by Hajime after eating a wolf-like monster which makes his body able to produce lightning. Magic obtained by Hajime after eating a rabbit-like monster which has two variants. The first one is named Aerodynamics, which allows him to make wall-like barriers in the air as stepping stones. The other one is called Quick Steps, which makes the user move very fast, which looks like a flicker if your eyes are too slow. And the last one for the first episode key that he learned is Wind Claw. He should obtain this ability after eating the meat of the monster-like bear that can leave sonic boom strike after attack. Now let us move on into his stats. Hajime's base stats growth rate before his fall in Orcus Labyrinth is pretty low. We can assume that his stats is of average normal human, and due to his special skill as synergist or the transmutation skill, I assume he was given a job to support the others, whether in terms of the knowledge in this world and to fix their weapons. Then after his fall, after he ate those monsters, his stats were skyrocketed, and that was super crazy, man. So far we know he ate only 3 types of monster, and I believe he won't be sticking around the labyrinth for a few days, and maybe he will be inside there for a few months to increase his power. I forgot how many days went by until he leaves the labyrinth because it has been few years since I last read the latest web novel, so I really hope we can know it in the next few episodes. And I almost forgot, we were introduced to a mysterious yellow-haired loli. The loli name is Yue. That's all. I won't spoil any more information on her skill, stats, and her race or age. Yeah, you definitely will be shocked to know it, so just wait for next week to know about her. One more thing, I wanna talk about the opening song. To be honest, the opening song was not able to get my attention at first, but still acceptable for me because there are certain parts of it that shows hype and also a bit of a story on how they were transported. But the ending song, I am seriously dissatisfied. If that's gonna be the ending song animation for the rest of the episode, I might skip the ending song because it clearly shows how less effort was put into it. And wow, that's just simply trash. Like 2 stars where one's white star and yellow star, which resemble Hajime and Yue, flying together. I don't want to talk much about the ending song, so it's up to you guys to decide. Next, I want to talk about the animation. So far, I'm still satisfied and it's acceptable how the animation goes, but I do expect a better one for the next few episodes because the art in the mangas is so freaking awesome. The details of it were able to pique my interest when I first started to read the manga, so I do recommend you guys to check out this anime and manga, and please give your own opinion in the comments below. I am really interested on what you guys wanted to say. And for those of you who have come this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and see you guys again in the next episode. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell notification because I will review more and discuss more on Isekai anime because it's me, I am the Isekai man. So see you guys again.